this is Justina coming to you from the Futurist Conference 2019. I'm here with Tone Vays. Hey, Tone.
Thank you so much, Justina.
Yeah, of course. So glad to have you. So how is it coming to Canada for a conference for you?
It's really good. I enjoy Canada, especially Toronto. It has a very large crypto scene. Ethereum did start here. I forgive Toronto for that. But it's great. There's a big turnout. I have a pretty big following here as well. A lot of old school Bitcoiners, and it's awesome.
Good. And so far, what's been the best about the conference here?
I really like this venue. I like how people are enthusiastic. You know, the run up in the price is making everyone happy again. Yeah, the venue is amazing. I wasn't at this conference last year, but really enjoying it this year.
That's great. And so in the community right now, how do you see your role in terms of building that Bitcoin community all over the world?
So, my role?
Your role, yeah.
What I try to do is educate. I focus on education from multiple forms. I come to conferences to educate about Bitcoin and what a blockchain is and where we might be going and how we got here. So it's all about education on Bitcoin and blockchain. In my other role, not at conferences, in order to monetize that, I educate people on how to be responsible traders. I was a trader for a long time. I worked on Wall Street, and trading is a very dangerous game. I equate it to being like a race car driver, and it's dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. So my view is education. The more knowledgeable you are, the better life decisions you'll be making going forward.
And in terms of the technology moving forward right now, what kind of exchanges would you recommend people to be using?
That's a challenge. I tell people to be very, very careful. All exchanges in crypto are a big risk. The Bitcoins could be hacked. Internally, externally, the exchange can run away with the money. The government can come down and confiscate everything. I teach people how to trade. I tell them to be very careful trading crypto. And a lot of people, after they learn how to trade, they go back to, they start trading traditional markets because there aren't these regulatory concerns and fear that your job is in danger because you selected your exchange improperly. So it's very challenging. I tell people to hold your own keys. I know you're wearing a key right there.
That's right.
Hold your own keys. If you are going to trade in crypto, make sure that like 80 to 90% of your Bitcoin is locked away where only you have the key. And then you can trade with the other 10 to 20%. And at that point, which exchange you choose is not as important. Do your due diligence. I try not to recommend any because anything can happen in this wild, wild west.
It's true. Your keys, your coins. But if you were to look at the kind of wallets we have in the market right now, like, custodian, non-custodian, hard wallets, like what's your take on all this?
I think wallets, if you're going to store Bitcoin, definitely get a hardware wallet. They're all great. Many to choose from. The latest one, Cold Card from right here in Toronto. I'm a big fan of that team that did the Cold Card. Trezor is pretty good. I like it a lot. On the next tier, we have Ledgers and Keep Keys, and there's lots of others. But definitely have your savings in a hardware wallet. As for the phone wallets, again, some are better than others. I'm an Android guy, not an Apple guy. My recommendations for wallets are usually Blockstream Green, Samurai. Those are my favorites wallet these days.
And in terms of the feel, now that we're sort of in a better place in terms of the finance of Bitcoin, how do you think we can grow the community? How do you think we can, I know you're doing your education, everything like that, but is there more that we could do?
I don't think it's about doing more. I think the community just evolves. And at the moment, I don't see too many new people are coming into the space, and I don't know what more there is to do. I think one of the problems is having all of these old coins. And the average person is confused. If they come into the space, what do they buy? If they go to Bitcoin.com, they're going to buy a fake Bitcoin. It's very, very challenging. People are telling them nonsense like Ripple and God knows what else. So I think until people understand the difference between Bitcoin and all the other crypto, it's going to be a challenge. I always said, like the 2013 and 14 it was an easier bull market because everyone was a Bitcoiner. In 2017, people came in either through Bitcoin or through the ICOs, but most of them have learned that it's Bitcoin. But now so many coins are out there that it's a serious challenge, and the merchants are confused. Well, why do I need to accept 200 different currencies? I don't want to do that. Life will be simpler when it's going to all come back to Bitcoin.
I see your point completely, and so where would you recommend for people to go and get their education?
Again, another challenge. It's a very decentralized space. There's a couple of really good podcasts out there. Obviously, my own podcast, Tone Vays on YouTube. Andreas Antonopoulos has a very good podcast. Trace Mayer and the Bitcoin Knowledge Podcast. Peter McCormick, What Bitcoin Did, is a great podcast. Noted is a little more technical, another great podcast. That's probably the best way to get your knowledge. The conferences that I put together, one of them is called Understanding Bitcoin in Malta. We're going to try and build out an educational section on the website. Bitcoin.org is pretty good, but it's a little too technical, not exactly holding your hand. It's, again, all these challenges because Bitcoin is not a company. You don't get paid to do this. This is why there is a lot of money to be made in promoting scams, because you profit the most. When it comes to Bitcoin, creating an empire around educating how to use Bitcoin will not make you money. And this is why it's a challenge, and we don't have great resources, unfortunately, unless people are willing to spend their own time and their own money just altruistically.
Well, thanks so much, Tony. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And welcome to Toronto.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah.